Hi students, here is the test paper from the chapter Chemical Reaction and Equation, and I have written 6 questions. You can take a snapshot of this paper and then keep print, or the teachers can also take a snapshot and print, or you can see this in my website as PDF file. So the first question here is, write a balanced chemical equation and identify the type of reaction. Magnesium ribbon is burnt in an atmosphere of nitrogen to form solid magnesium nitride. So the reaction is magnesium, which is Mg, so you have to write Mg solid, plus nitrogen. You know nitrogen is always N2, diatomic molecule. So N2, which is gas, which is already given. Then heated, burnt means heat, will give you magnesium nitrate. You know the valency of magnesium is Mg2 plus, so write that 2 to nitrogen, and you know nitrogen is 3 minus, write it to 3. So you'll get Mg3 N2, and here N2, but here before we wrote only Mg, okay, and now here you have 3 magnesium, so you have to write 3 so that the equation is balanced. Second question is, complete the missing variables x and y. So you can see 4 reactions here, and you can see in the bracket the x and y. So you have to fill what are this. So the first equation is PbNO3 aqua plus 2Ki gives lead iodide. So you know this is a double displacement reaction. In this reaction, always 2 aqueous compounds react to form one precipitate and another aqueous compound. So this has to be the solid. You know lead iodide is solid, so this is solid and the other one will be aqua. So in all displacement reaction, the reactants will be aqueous, and one of the product will be aqueous and one will be solid. Next reaction is copper, which is solid, plus silver nitrate, which is aqua, form copper nitrate aqua, and then 2Ag. The product will be silver, but 2 times you have to balance. Here you have 2 silver, and so it has to be 2Ag here. And the next question is, zinc and sulfuric acid react to form zinc sulfate, which is aqueous. You know all the salts will be always aqueous. Silver nitrate, PbNO3, Ki, PbI2, everything will be always in. Now this is solid form. You have to learn PbI2 is solid form. Most of the salt will be in aqueous state. So this will be aqueous, and the hydrogen, you know, it is always a gas. Hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen, anything are gases. Next, calcium carbonate. You know this is a decomposition reaction. So decomposition reaction will be always carried out in the presence of heat or sunlight or by electricity. Calcium carbonate is done by heating. So heat is the answer. Third, why do we store silver chloride in dark colored bottles? Now, what happens to silver chloride if you keep it open? It will react with sunlight and it will decompose to form silver and chlorine. This will break up. This is white color solid. This will break down into silver and chlorine. Chlorine is gas. It will escape, and silver is, you know, the color of silver, which is gray color, and this is the color which is changing from white to gray. So the silver is grayish color. So the white silver chloride will change into gray silver. So to prevent this, okay, this decomposition of silver chloride, it is stored in dark colored bottles. A reddish brown metal X, when heated in the presence of oxygen, form a black compound Y, which is basic in nature. When heated with hydrogen gas, it gives back X. Identify X and Y. Write chemical reaction between Y and H2. Identify the substance being oxidized and reduced. So you learned in the first chapter the reddish brown colored metal is copper, and when it is heated it will form copper oxide, which is basic in nature. You know all the metal compounds are basic in nature and the other part are acidic in nature. So copper oxide is basic in nature and black in color. So Y is copper oxide and X is copper. Next, write the chemical reaction between Y and H2. So Y you recognized as copper oxide. You have to write the reaction between copper oxide and hydrogen, which will give you copper plus water. This is a redox reaction, and here you can see copper oxide, oxygen is there, and here it is loosed. So losing of oxygen is reduction, and here hydrogen, it gained oxygen here, so gaining of oxygen is oxidation. So this is the reduction reaction and this is the oxidation reaction. Fifth, Explain the following terms and the methods to prevent it. Corrosion, rancidity. The answer is corrosion is the process where metals are deteriorated or eaten up as a result of chemical reaction with air, moisture, chemicals, etc. So when you write any definition, you have to write the clear definition. It should not be your words, it should be the words which is there in your textbook. Example is iron in the presence of moisture react with oxygen to form hydrated iron oxide, which is the rust. And this question is for 2 marks, but the same question can come for 3 marks, 4 marks, etc. So you should know different methods to prevent it. So the methods to prevent corrosion is painting the metal surface. You can see many iron substances are painted beautifully so that it won't get corroded. Next is powder coating the surface. You can add powders on it. And also oiling the metal surface. You can just apply some oils. Maybe you see in the gates and all. Maybe your mother used to apply some oil. Then next is galvanization, that is applying a protective zinc coating. So this definition is important. So these are different methods to prevent corrosion. Next is rancidity. It is the process of oxidation of fats and oil, make it unsuitable for consumption. Here it is oxidation of metals and here it is oxidation of food items. Okay, and there will be a change in taste and smell. Example is taste and smell of chips changes when kept open. Means when you open your Lay's pack for one day and keep it up the next day, it won't taste and smell that good. So the prevention are storing in airtight containers, storing food in refrigerators, you know all of this, adding antioxidants, and antioxidants means what? It prevent the oxidation process, and storing food in nitrogen filled packets. You can see the Lay's packets and all will be like a big balloon, and if you pop it, the nitrogen gas will escape. So that is another method of storing it. Next, what gases are collected at anode and cathode during electrolysis of water? Which gas collected is double of the other? So the answer for which gases are collected at anode and cathode is at anode oxygen will be released. So when oxygen is released, it is from the hydroxide ion. So 4OH minus will gives off oxygen plus water plus electron. But this is the only gas. So oxygen is released as gas. So this question comes for 4 marks. So you should know the reaction at the anode and at the cathode. And here at the cathode, H plus ion will gain electron and form hydrogen. So at cathode, hydrogen will be released. So H plus 2 electrons, because hydrogen will be always existing as H2. So it should be always 2H plus. So 2H plus need how many electrons? 2 electrons. So it will be H2. And the volume of which gas will be collected, the double. You can see in H2O, hydrogen is 2 and oxygen is 1. So the gas collected will be hydrogen, which is double that of oxygen. So these are the answers, and also this question can come for 4 marks or 5 marks, where you have to write the overall reaction for this, where it is H2O will gives you H2 plus O2, that reaction, and also all the other details. Maybe you have to go with the diagram and the use of sulfuric acid in this electrolytic process. So everything is very important. I'll be uploading more videos on different questions, and so please subscribe my channel so that you'll get notified when I upload new videos. And I'll be also uploading the new question papers, 2020 sample papers of science and maths. Thank you so much for watching.